My second exercise is going to be a quick visualization round about on a mountain and our connection to nature. Now, let's begin as we normally do by finding a comfortable posture that is upright, balanced, and sitting without straining our backs. Just whatever comfortable position that is comfortable for you, be it sitting or lying down for this one, and allow your eyes to close gently or softly. Cast your eyes downwards towards the middle of your feet. Let's start off by taking 3 deep, full in and out breaths, feeling each breath as we do so, and then when we're ready to do so, finding our breath in its own natural rhythm. So let's begin feeling our breathing. We're breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly now returning to our natural rhythm. Spending a few minutes just feeling our breathing, noticing and watching the body breathing itself. You don't ever actually have to do anything when it comes to our breathing. It's just like observing the waves in the ocean. It comes and goes, rises and falls, just like the surfer on a wave. And now, when we're ready, bring to mind the image of a beautiful, majestic mountain. It may be one that you've seen before, or one that is made up in your imagination, or perhaps a combination of the two. Taking your time to imagine this picture, allowing the image of the mountain to come slowly into focus. Don't worry if you don't think you're a visual person, just do the best you can, which is absolutely fine. Staying aware of the image of the mountain. What colour is it? Does it have snow on its peak? Notice the shape of the mountain with its peak up high in the sky, perhaps above the clouds. Notice how the base of your mountain is firmly fixed on the earth's surface. Are there any trees growing on the side of the slopes? And what sort of natural vegetation do you notice? And as you see this mountain as best as you can, be aware of its stability, how grounded the mountain is, and really feel the presence of that mountain as if it's right here in front of you. Now allowing yourself to merge into the mountain, so that in a sense you are the mountain. Your head is the lofty peak of this mountain, and the sides of your body are the slopes. And the seat you're sitting on, or the mattress in which you're lying on, is where the mountain becomes the bottom, and you become one with the rest of the earth. You share the immense size, stillness, and majesty of the mountain. And you, as the mountain, view the panoramic vista around you. Imagine your butt and legs represent the mountain rooted to the earth. Feel a gentle uplift in your posture, starting deep within your pelvis and spine, upright just like that mountain. And as you sit, as if you were a living, breathing mountain, still, serene, centered, and majestic, your presence has quality beyond thoughts and words. And as you all sit here as the mountain, you notice the sun moving across the sky, continuing, changing areas of color, light and shade. And eventually day turns to night. Overhead is a roof made of stars and wispy clouds and the bright pale moon, casting its silver light in its own delicate way, and night eventually gives way to dawn, and a new day with new possibilities and subtly different experiences. Different days bring different weather. Some days are cloudy, other days clear. Sometimes it rains, and you see the most beautiful rainbow. Other days are bright, and although all is changed that surrounds you, you remain the same, dignified, solid, and fully centered in the present. And as the days pass, the seasons change. In summer the sun may melt most of the snow, any trees on the slope filling up with leaves, and nature are a flurry of activity. In autumn, notice the temperatures cooling and the leaves may turn into a very beautiful orange. With winter may come snow, cool winds, and more clouds. This is a time for rest and hibernation for much of nature. And as winter gradually blends into spring, the activity of nature begins again. All this change makes no essence to you in your essence at the mountain. You're familiar with change and accept this to be the way things are. You also know that your inner being to be still, calm, solid, beyond thought, and one with the earth itself. You just sit, even when buffeted by the most violent of storms, with its wind and its rain. And just as the mountain experiences changes in each day and at each season, so you have different experiences each day and season. And sometimes you are faced with violent storms in your body and mind. Tuning in to the essence of this mountain can remind you that there is a place within you that remains centered and still, despite the seemingly huge changes that surround you. The way through life's changes and challenges is to open up with awareness. There is no experience that awareness cannot hold, and in our willingness and courage to feel the cold wind and the violent storms, you simultaneously open awareness to the possibility that the storm will pass, that moment by moment change will occur, and there will be another spring after winter. Your internal weather may include draining thoughts, difficult emotions, and painful sensations. But the mountain doesn't take the weather personally. The mountain doesn't hold any grudge. The weather is simply weathering. Perhaps your internal weather is impersonal too, and part and parcel of the nature of things. A resistance to those experiences is just adding to the suffering which takes time to see. The weather of our life is not to be resisted or ignored. Instead, we can discover the value of honouring and respecting the weather and come to see that the awareness that holds it is also in some mysterious way peaceful and free from it all. And if you've found some value in reflecting on the qualities of this beautiful mountain and that it brings to you an internal stillness, vitality and stability, you can bring this image to mind in any of your meditations in daily life. And just for a few minutes, going back to our breathing, breathing in and out. And as I gently bring this to a close, I want you to gently open your eyes and maybe give it a stretch or whatever it is that you need and come back to the room.